Hey, what's up guys? This is the Dog Lunar Hound, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the FAMAS Assault Rifle. Uh, this gun is unlocked at level 14, and unlike the Modern Warfare 2 version, this gun is full auto in Black Ops. Its damage is 35 from 0 to, that's supposed to say 27.5 meters, 0 to 12.5 meters silenced. To 25 beyond 50 meters or beyond 25 meters silenced. Its rate of fire is 937.5 rounds per minute. Its capacity is 30 or 45 with extended mags. Reload times is 2.5 seconds mid-clip, 3.3 seconds empty, and 2.2 seconds to cancel. Switch times to the FAMAS is 0.7 seconds, and away from the FAMAS is 0.75 seconds. Useful perks to use for Tier 1 perks, I picked Scavenger and Ghost. Scavenger because of the high fire rate, runs out of ammo very quickly, and Ghost because with a silencer, this gun does not lose that much damage, and so it's a very good stealth class. For Tier 2 perks, I picked Warlord and Sleight of Hand. Warlord because you can pair it with another, what's it called? You could pair it with another, screw on. Okay, so, anyway, Warlord because you can pair it with another perk, like you could pair dual mags with silencer, which would be very good because you have the silencer and you have dual mags, so you have the quicker reload the first time, and you also get extra ammo. Sleight of Hand because the FAMAS being a bullpup rifle, it has a longer reload time, so Sleight of Hand is somewhat needed. And for Tier 3 perks, I picked Hacker and Marathon. Hacker because, well, the claymores are very annoying in this game. You can't hear them when they explode, and when they do explode, you're dead. So Hacker to spot those claymores, and I picked Marathon because it's just nice to be able to sprint a little bit longer and get around the map a little bit faster. Useful attachments for the FAMAS, I picked the suppressor because staying off the radar, as I always say, is very good, and with the low recoil, which we'll explain in the next news section, and the high rate of fire, make up the damage that's lost with the silencer pretty quickly. And I also picked dual mags because you get faster reload the first time, and it also increases the amount of ammo that you have. And new segment, useful equipment. Now with Black Ops, now that you can have grenades and equipment, I decided that I should review the different equipment that you can have. So I picked for the useful equipment for this gun, I picked motion sensor. The motion sensor is like a mini UAV. It goes out in a circle around where you put down the motion sensor, and it makes people, turn into red dots, and it will detect anyone that doesn't have Hacker Pro, and so that can be very handy in defending positions. And I also picked Jammer. Jammer is like Scrambler from Modern Warfare 2, but in this case it doesn't just jam your radar, it also jams communications from like your announcer guy. Like you can't hear him as well when he calls in things like enemy choppers incoming, or if we're losing an objective or something. So that's very good, and it's Jammer's very good. It also still blocks out the radar, but it's a lot it doesn't like block out as slowly. Like, I mean, you don't have to be as close to the jammer to for the radar to be completely blocked out. You can actually be fairly far away from it, and your radar will be completely blocked out. And so this makes the jammer very good for breaking into heavily guarded positions. Alright, so here we got the FAMAS. I'm on Nuketown, and I'm staring at this wall here, And we're going to test the recoil. We're going to position ourselves right here, and this is the exact same spot we're going to go at for every review to compare the recoils. And as you can see, the FAMAS likes to go up and to the right, and also down a little bit. But as you'll see from the second firing, that was kind of a weird recoil the first time. But as you see from the second time, the FAMAS likes to go up and to the right. Not that much. It has very low recoil, but it does like to go up and to the right when it does recoil. So here's our last shot at this distance, and like I said, it doesn't have that high of recoil. So we're gonna go from at the edge of this deck here, and we're gonna shoot, and as you can see, it really doesn't have that high of recoil. This is a little bit longer range. This is more like medium range. This is probably like short to mid range. And then here we have a little bit longer range at the edge of this shrub, and you can see that the recoil, like I keep saying, is really not all that high. It does get a little more unmanageable, but I'm just aiming and holding down the trigger. So you can easily control this recoil just simply by, moving your crosshair, or moving your sight on target. But as you can see, even though it is kicking up a lot of the bullets are landing in the same general area. So yeah, that's pretty much it for recoil. In comparison with for the FAMAS, I'm going to compare it to the M14 and the Galil. The M14 has greater damage, the same range, is semi-auto, has a shorter reload time mid-clip, but a longer empty time, and has a lower capacity. The Galil has greater damage, has the same range, has a lower rate of fire, has a longer reload time, and a higher capacity. Anyway, overall, the FAMAS is a really great gun. The pros is that it has a very high rate of fire, a low recoil, and it has good damage. The cons, it has a longer reload time than some other non-bullpup assault rifles, and it also burns through ammo very quickly. My dog tags for this review were Ghost, Sleight of Hand, and Hacker. And for equipment, or for attachments, I picked suppressor, silencer, and for equipment, I picked motion sensor. Overall, I give this gun a 9 out of 10. It has a high rate of fire, a good high rate of fire. It's a very good stealth weapon, but it does have a longer reload, and it almost requires dual mags and/or scavenger for dual mags for making up the reload time, and adding extra ammo, and scavenger just for adding the extra ammo. So yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, guys, like if you did, dislike if you did, comment on if you would like to see a specific gun in the next review. I'm open to any suggestions. Damn. Come on, there we go. I'm open to any suggestions. So just leave it in a comment, and if you want to know when all of my videos are coming out, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys another time.